to another video. It's your boy Luke Uchiha here, and as you can see, today is part 2 of What If Deku Had All for One. And the ship for today is, yes, Nezure. So, so basically, he's walking back from, well, whatever, he collecting the orbs, the quirks. My god, I have to, whatever. Yes, let's go. So basically, he's walking back and he sees smoke where his house is supposed to be. So he starts booking it, and his enhancer quirk comes in. He gets a boost in strength and agility. So he starts running and jumping everywhere. So yeah, so he starts running towards his house, and the smoke is getting even more bigger because, well, let's just say something bad happened. And I'm gonna say there was a villain attack that day. Um, I'm gonna say it's a random fire villain. Their name is irrelevant. Their name is irrelevant. They're not gonna come into the story unless if I give them one, and then they're gonna be in the story. So what happens is that you know um he goes in trying to help his mom, and then he sees his mom's burned body just there, and he sees a hero failing to do his job, and he just failed. And so Deku feels like he's hit the rock bottom. He feels like he lost everything. So now he's just mad, and like one of the orbs that he took, one of the quirks that he took, our basic is called rage mode. So he activates that for the first time. His eyes turn red, his hair turns red, his skin, well, turns pale. So basically, he gets angry, and this to the and rage mode enhances everything, and I mean everything at the same time, and it keeps on enhancing it every 5 seconds. That's basically what rage mode can do. So he's jumping, and then he realizes that he's flying. So he jumps, and he picks up the villain, and he flies him up to the air. The villain's trying to like burn Deku, but Deku's not having it. He's literally like so pissed. So he says, "You like fire, huh?" So he throws him into the sun. Not lying. He threw him into the sun. So basically, he goes back down, and he thinks he got and now he's calming down in the forest, and another quirk of his activates. It's called transformation. Although it's kind of weird, he said one day he just looks at someone with blue hair. It's not Nezure. And he says, well, blue hair would look cool since pretty much, I think, wanted, since the hero wanted to put that villain in custody. So basically, he changes his appearance like dramatically. And let me find a picture of what he looks like right now. So he looks like this. Scratch the blue hair. He just looks like this. So he come back. So now that he looks like that, no one recognizes him, but he looks good. No homo, but he looks good. So basically, what happens is he's training in the forest, learning and activating his new quirks, and I'm gonna show you. I'm gonna tell them to you now. So he has scan, telepathy, flight, and rage mode. And I think so. Hold on, let me check. And he has regeneration. So yeah. So basically, he's training all of them, and right now he's almost mastering them. Like he's to the point where everything is like coming to him naturally. Like everything is on instinct, you know. And then he senses someone behind him watching him. So he jumps behind them, and he asks, "So who are you looking at?" Just pulling off one of those uh I don't know, pulling off one of those, one of those dudes that pull off harems like left and right. So she basically gets scared, and she turns around and blushes because she has a slight crush on him, just a slight, and it's Nezare. So basically, Nezare is trying to explain herself, but she's just muttering, and she asks, "What are you doing here?" That's all Deku could understand. Um, so basically, Deku answers her question. He says, since my mom passed away, um, mm, since my mom passed away, I've been here training so no one else has to experience what I've gone through. So sort of understands, but like she doesn't really get it because, well, she hasn't lost her mother like that. So that basically happens, you know. So they just form a little little friendship, like every relationship or ship has to start. So basically that happens, and you know Deku's just acting like the playboy he is, acting like a complete pimp. So yeah, he get he goes to Nezare asks him if he wants to stay at with her and her mom. Um, and her dad actually died in a car accident. That's what I'm gonna say in the story. Um, so yeah. So he says sure, and he goes with her back to her house. That basically happens. So yeah. So so basically, what happens is that they get back to her house, and now and they don't tell each other that they have feelings for each other, but they have them feelings for each other. So basically, they don't know that they don't know that the other person likes them, so they're just mostly keeping their feelings to themselves. So yeah. So basically, Deku goes to UA, and he doesn't trip because he has more confidence in his abilities. And I'm gonna say Bakugo doesn't recognize him, so there's no Deku bumps. There's no Bakugo bumps into Deku. So he walks in, and that's basically what's happening. So he goes in, and he aces the written exams, and well, that's pretty much what happens. So, so President Mike is explaining the robots and the points. So he's explaining the points and the robots, and Ida, like a complete idiot that he is, says, "Sir, there are four robots. Um, if this is a mistake on UA's behalf, I will be very disappointed." And then Deku pikes up and says, Well, maybe he was gonna explain it after all the points pointed robots were explained, because that's the zero pointer and that's mostly an obstacles that we should probably leave alone. Anita sits down like the complete idiot he is, embarrassed as hell. So yeah. So basically, so basically, President Mike says thank you, and that's exactly what the zero pointer is. Mostly an obstacle that you should stay away from. So then they go to the fighting grounds, with the robots. And I'm gonna say Deku gets 105 points, and then he also helps people. So like filling points 105, rescue points. Yeah, I don't know, but like in total, they're gonna be 205. So do the math. I don't really want to do it. So yeah. So basically, Deku hears a loud scream for help, and I'm gonna say that he didn't get acquainted with Uraraka, and he didn't really care if she was nervous, because most people would have been nervous in that situation. So yeah. So there's no Ida grabbing onto Deku's shoulder. So I'm gonna say that she yells out for help. Then Deku's legs just run because he doesn't want the same thing to happen to anyone else. So he just books it and destroys the robot completely, like just completely. And he goes back down and he helps Hiraka up. And I'm gonna say with the regeneration ability, he can pretty much if anyone drinks his blood, can heal minor injuries like a twisted ankle. So I'm gonna say she has a twisted ankle, and he fixes that for her. And recovery girl doesn't need to help anyone, so she just leaves. And and he gets a whopping 300 points in total. Yes, 300 points. So that's 95 points plus. That's plus 95 points. So basically, what happens next is he gets accepted into UA, and he's in class 1A, And this is where I'm gonna leave it off here, guys. If you liked the video, please like, subscribe, and leave a comment down below on what you think of it. And here it is, the outro. Lukuchiha.